can see the
All right.
motherfuckers that hung themselves.
There we go.
Oh, what's up, Cracker Craig? We're live, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what's up, Cracker Craig? Welcome to the podcast. This is what, episode 24, I think.
Believe so.
Okay, episode 24. Today is
24.
Saturday, April 3rd. It's 5:05 in the PM for me. It's
3:05 for me.
in the PM for the tit here. So I just want to quickly start off by sharing two things this week. So I found some rubber duckies.
Wait.
Hang on,
Should we start with the jock situation first?
I didn't want to mention that. It's kind of depressing.
I know, but I think we should get it out of the way.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
I'll tell.
I guess.
So Jock got COVID a couple months ago, and he beat it. Luckily, no issues. Jock actually just recently got COVID again. This time, it's a lot more serious. He's in the hospital, and he is genuinely they genuinely don't know if he's gonna make it or not. So he told us to do this one without him. So send all your thoughts and prayers to Jock, and we'll see if he ever makes it back.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make it back,
sign up to the Patreon.
Applications for a third.
Yeah.
Third member, but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Hopefully not, but we might be on the hunt for a third co-host soon. So yeah, all right. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't know, it's a little awkward, but I just wanted to say it so that there are no questions about where he is today.
Yeah, he's not. I wish it was something like stupider, but.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty serious.
Like, pretty fucking serious. I don't know. Anyways, aside from the depressing point, I have two things to bring up that happened this week. So I found this little rubber ducky on campus, I think 2 days ago, right? And I found another one last night. And so I took them into my dorm because they were homeless, right?
Okay.
I took them into my dorm. And these rubber duckies, I fed them a little bit. But when I woke up this morning, I find, for all you viewers, I find my rubber duckies hanging from nooses. I don't know who did it, or what happened, or why they did it. They didn't leave a note or anything. But I'm a little sad to say that also my rubber duckies have died.
Wow.
So I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave them hanging up, probably until the end of the semester.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's my first business. My second business is I want to ask you a question, Nikki.
Okay.
If I was like, somebody comes up to you and says, "You want to smoke?"
Okay.
What do you think? You want to smoke,
first.
right?
Pot usually. Unless they look like a crack addict or a cigarette smoker, then I'd think a cigarette. But 90% of the time, especially someone our age or on a college campus, pot.
You want to smoke, right?
Yeah.
Here's the catch. This person comes up to you and says, "But we got to use your butt." Then what do you say?
Yeah, I'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? You just offered. Why are we using my stuff?"
Right. That's
if I wanted to smoke, I would be smoking. It's my shit.
That's the thought process behind it, right? It'd be like, "Why the fuck did you ask if you were using my shit?"
Maybe if they were like, "I'll throw you like a $5 or something," then I'd be like, "Okay, all right." Like you're gonna.
So recently, I say this because the girls next door. I wasn't here. I was door dashing. Knocked on the door. Said, "Dice Jock, do you want to smoke?" And they're like, "We gotta use your bud though." And Jock's like, "It's not my bud. My roommate's not here. Maybe when he gets back." And my response when I got back was, "Hell
no. Yeah, fuck
what?
that.
Fuck that. Oh my god."
Jesus, quite egregious.
I can't. I haven't stopped thinking about it. And then get this. I think I can't remember when they asked that. Maybe like 2 nights ago. Last night they were smoking weed, their own weed. What the fuck? You gotta what?
Nice. That's fucking awesome.
God, fucking makes no sense. Beyond me.
Well, so like I said, or like Billy said, I'm in Colorado right now, and we drove here. So I got a couple questions based off that, but I'm gonna start by saying I absolutely obliterated my computer screen. There's like a bunch of cracks and dead pixel zones all over my screen. I would say I don't know. It's pretty fucked. It's pretty hard to do anything on my computer. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my fucking phone and for all the web searches that I usually do on the computer. because I really truly fucked up my screen. So while we're on that note, go to patreon.com/thesaladtossers. Sign up for the Patreon. Maybe I could buy a new screen one day. And like I said, we have that the new kid on. I think his first episode's coming out the 15th. So he'll be posting one extra bonus a month. Like I said, we're probably going to be getting a couple other people on there. So it's actually more of a network. And we do our bonus every month. And we post all of our normal episodes there. So, yeah, it's worth it. It's only $1.
Our next bonus episode is going to be exciting, okay? It's going to be posted on Pornhub, though. So
I wish. Maybe we should talk about what do you want to what movie are you thinking for the next time?
Let's see. I feel like I haven't seen Good Will Hunting or whatever.
Dude, I would so watch Good Will Hunting. That's literally one of my top 3 movies.
I heard it's a great ass movie, so
it's one of my top 3 movies.
I gotta watch that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me start you. I have a decent amount of stuff, like some stories we can go into today, but I just wanted to start because I just drove this whole way. It's 28-hour drive. We actually split it up into 3 days, so it wasn't that bad. But do you honk at people? And I don't mean like when they're switching into your lane and they're going to hit you, so you honk. Like when someone is going below the speed limit or something, do you honk in hopes that they'll speed the fuck up? Or do you just suck it up?
Usually I don't honk because they probably won't speed up. I wouldn't honk in that situation. I either just fucking pass them or fucking flip them off.
Well, let me set the scene for you. So, we're in Kansas. And Kansas is literally all I saw of Kansas. It was like a really shitty video game. So they just keep reusing the same scenery over and over again. That's what it looked like. It was just flat farmlands.
That's just the fucking Midwest, though.
Yeah, it was fucking boring. No, but so most of it is 2 lanes. And then we get to the section that 4 lanes. Then we get to the section that's 2 lanes, like 1 lane going each way. And like I said, it's flat mostly, so there's a bunch of places to pass people. But we start to get into Colorado, so it starts to turn into rolling plains. So the road starts to go up and down, so it's getting harder to pass people because you can't see over these knolls. And we get, like, me and this VW, this blacked out, it's a red car, but it's blacked out, are fucking zooming. We're going 100 the whole time, even though it's like a 65. And then we get stuck behind, 4 other cars. So there's 4 cars in front of me. Then the 5th is this VW. And then there's me. We're all going 45 in a 65. And I'm honking my horn, and my girlfriend's like, stop, that's so annoying. Why are you doing that? I'm like, dog, we're going 20 under. And this, I'm not in my Audi. I'm in a Subaru Legacy. There's no way I'm passing 6 cars at once. That car can't handle it.
What year is it?
It's a 2011, but it accelerates really fucking slow, dude. If it was the GT, it'd be a different story, but I don't know what engine's in it. I'm not really sure, but it does not accelerate fast. It's scary how slow it accelerates sometimes.
It's probably less than 2 liters in that thing.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Probably like a 1.8 or 1.4.
Yeah, there was no way I was passing 6 cars, and so I'm honking my horn because it's not like we're going the speed limit, or we're only going 5 over, or maybe even 5 under. I still would be pissed, but I could at least understand that. We were going 45 in a 65, and it's not some big semi we're behind or a dump truck or a tractor. It's just a normal ass sedan. Like a 2016, I can't really remember what it was, but it was newer than 2016. And we're just going 45 for some reason. And I was just wondering if I'm the only psycho who would want to honk.
I probably wouldn't honk because what you said, the black VW was in front of you or the blacked out VW was in front of you, because then it seems like you're honking at him.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I think they would realize, especially because me and this VW were vibing the whole way here. I think they would realize, and I would hope they would send a honk up forwards for me. But I don't know. I just don't get it, man. If that's you, just pull over, dude. I don't care what speed you go, as long as you're not making me go that speed. If you want to go slow, that's cool. Just pull the fuck over so the rest of us can go past you. You're a fucking douche.
That's fair. Usually the only time that people drive slower than I'd want them to, or I get annoyed by it, is on my road going home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because there's nowhere to pass on that road, really.
Yeah, so I play a little game of stop and go. So someone will be driving fucking uber fucking slow, and I'll stop the car, complete dead stop. I'll wait maybe a good minute, and then I'll see if I can catch up to them. And usually I can, Usually I'm fucking whipping it down the road and I catch up to them and then I slow down to stop and I catch up again. It makes it a whole lot more enjoyable.
See, I've been pissed a million times because I live off the same, my parents live off the same road. But I will say, at least it's understandable on that road. That's a really windy road with and it's in like the forest and everything. It makes sense. This is straight.
I guess so.
It's
Just don't
pure
be a pussy.
flat fucking plains, and this is a dead straight road. Like, it is straight. There were very few turns the whole way, and this person is going 20 under. Like, I was just pissed.
I probably wouldn't honk, but you're not in the wrong to honk. I think it's understandable.
Okay, so
So
I guess
hey,
this-
let me ask.
Go
You
ahead.
drove through worst fucking state out there.
Ohio. Well,
How?
I mean,
Not
Kansas
even
was
the Midwest yet.
Kansas was super boring, but like I didn't even waste my time stopping in Kansas, except for like gas and stuff. And whenever I did, all the people there were very pleasant and like just the way I grew up, I always said sir and ma'am, so I was acclimated very fine, and we didn't have any bad experiences there. But Ohio, we spent 2 days in Ohio, and every second of it was pretty fucking miserable. So yeah, Ohio can suck my cock, bro. There were like a million there. Okay, so in the area we were in, I'm trying to think of what town we were in. Columbus, Ohio. We tried to go to a diner because I'm fucking 11 and I love chocolate chip pancakes. And so we're trying to go to a diner, trying to find one. There's like 12, 15 in the area. And we go to like 2 or 3. Everyone we get to takes mad long to park because the parking's expensive. It's no New York City, but it's just like I'm not paying $5 to park somewhere. Like I know in New York City or Cali or somewhere, it's gonna be like $20. But like it's vacation. I'm not paying $5 to park somewhere. Like I got time. I can walk. So we'd have to drive somewhere like 15, 20 minutes in shitty ass traffic to go like 2 miles. Then we'd park somewhere kind of deep, walk for like 5 minutes, get to the diner to see it's closed at like 4 p.m. on a Thursday. And we're like, what the fuck? So we start calling places. 90% of the fucking places were closed. We finally get to a diner. The diner is dead. No one's in it. And it was like some shitty ass food. And they didn't even fucking have pancakes. I'm like, dog, it's a diner. How do you not have pancakes? I got a coleslaw burger. The coleslaw was pretty good. The rest of the burger was pretty fucking trash. But all of Ohio. Oh, and then this other thing. So I don't know how much you know about like just traveling in general and staying in hotels. But for the most part, you have to be 21 to stay in hotels for some reason.
Yeah.
I really don't know why. But so like that's just something I knew. Like that's cool. So me and my girlfriend are both 18. So we always call ahead. We say, hey, do you guys like allow 18-year-olds to stay? And they'll just say yes or no. Easy as that. So we call this one place. Like you allow 18-year-olds. She's like, yeah, of course. We go online, we reserve a room, put the credit card in, everything. We get there, we're checking in. He's like, yeah, just let me see your ID. And it's this fucking like Middle Eastern guy, barely speaks English. He's on FaceTime with like his mom or something, who's the whole entire interaction is screaming some Middle Eastern language like Arabic or something. And it was so fucking loud. He didn't pause it or turn it down or anything. And then Andy's like talking to her the whole time while we're trying to fucking check into a hotel. And then he's like, you're 18? She's like, yeah, I'm 18. Like, and he's like, yeah, you need to be 21. I'm like, dude, we called ahead and asked specifically if you needed to be 21 or not. He's like, no, you didn't, because I would have told you. I would have told you it's 18. And we're like, dude, we called ahead. Like, I'm positive. And he's like, pull it up. Show me the number you called. And we showed him, and it was the right number and everything. So I don't know what the fuck is good with this guy. Like, if he's really that shit at English or what, but he just did not fucking get it. And then we drove like 30 minutes to get to his hotel just for him to tell us that you have to be 21. And we booked a room and everything.
You get your money back?
Yeah.
Okay,
Luckily.
at least that worked out.
Luckily, but
Fucking
Ohio,
that makes
man.
sense. Fucking Ohio.
Ohio
I
is
don't know, I
a
only
shit
drove
ton.
through Ohio. I never wanted to stop in Ohio. No, they're like
It's just
like,
like it was like a halfway point. We were like, I don't know, like 8 or 10 hours in, which is not really halfway, but it's like that first like in between third and a half where you really are starting to get a little bored and you just want to stop. And we were tired. We wanted to spend the night somewhere, get some decent food and stuff,
Yeah.
and just every part of Ohio was just fucking dog ass.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we
if I
stayed
were
in
to
another
stop
part of
anywhere-
Ohio the next night, and we had similar issues.
If I were to stop anywhere on that trip, I'd definitely only stop in St. Louis. That's about it. It's like the only to me the attractive like
Yeah.
Midwest location to go to.
No, St. Louis was very beautiful. We drove through at like 2 a.m.
Get
and it looked awesome.
Get to see the arch, bro.
Yeah.
You drove through East St. Louis, and then you got into St. Louis. It's very interesting.
Very
But
interesting
fucking,
indeed.
I can't. You know what surprises me driving through the Midwest is how many people put up Trump like these fucking
I
elaborate
know,
Trump
right?
signs, and I'm thinking to myself, I wouldn't spend my money doing this bullshit. Like they have a right to do that. I
Not
don't
even
fucking
that.
give a
It's
shit.
just like I can't imagine working 16 hours on a farm and then spend my like 2 hours of free time and all my money building an elaborate Trump sign.
What the
It's like,
fuck?
dude, this is your only free time for the whole day. Like you work 16
Dog,
hours a day and this is what you chose to do.
you woke up at like 5 a.m. to
Yeah, you've
milk your
been up
cows,
for yes,
and
it's 5
and
a.m.
now you're gonna spend all the money you just made and time, any free time that you had, on putting up this fucking Trump sign. Or, like, I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah,
I just
I don't
doesn't make
fucking
sense
get
to
it.
me. I understand, like, buy a sign, like a little thing you put in
Yeah,
front
I
of your
get
front
that,
lawn, but like,
fuck.
I saw in Illinois. I drove to Springfield because I had to get a book for college, which is an hour and a half. I was like, I got nothing to do, whatever.
Yeah.
And there was some crazy ass shit that people would build. Like fucking, so it looked like some dude carved all of the letters, like Trump 2020, and like he carved out this American flag in wood. And I'm like, where do you find the time?
I saw this guy,
Why?
you know those like cargo containers that are on the big ships?
Yeah.
Some guy had this thing on these elaborate ass stilts that looked very unsturdy and looked like they took mad long to build, and he painted the whole side of it with an American flag that said Trump in red, white, and blue. And I was like, dog, you had to rent like a crane to move that thing and shit. Like, was that really worth your time?
You're just doing too much.
Exactly,
Like,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't understand. Is the point to piss off liberals, or is it to display, like, I don't
I couldn't tell
understand.
you. I
What
could
is
not
the
tell you.
point?
I could not tell
Like,
you.
if you're gonna go piss off liberals, at least just go fucking post something on Facebook. It's like way more cost effective and way less energy spent, man. I don't think I'll ever. I don't
And
think
you
I'll ever
could
be
see
that
the
crazy.
reactions then.
Yeah, you get to see your reactions. Yeah, you put up a sign that you're like, oh, I got him this time. I really pissed
Yeah.
him off. They
I
just
don't
drove
fucking
by
know,
and forgot
dude.
about it 30 seconds later.
Yeah. Also, you're like a
I don't
hick
know.
farmer, so they probably just think you're autistic or something when they drive by. Like they probably just think you're a lowlife. Because
Yeah.
honestly, because if you spend that much time on
If you spent that much time,
I don't care if it's Trump or Biden. If you spend that much time and effort on it
You
when
got a
when
problem.
you
You
work
got a
16
problem,
hours a
dude.
day, yeah, you have a problem.
If you're painting elaborate murals for any candidate like that and spending like more than like, it's maybe okay to donate $20, donate $30, whatever.
It'd be one thing
wanna
if you were
do.
getting like paid by the city or something like that, but like you're just doing it in your free time just for shits and giggles. Like I don't fucking get it, man.
I can't even imagine. Just go spend that money on like alcohol.
Exactly.
Drink your problems away, bro. You don't need to put up a Trump. You don't need to put up a Trump or Biden mural. I don't care.
Okay,
So,
so
the
wait, Billy, I'm getting some feedback on your fucking headset over there.
what feedback?
I'm hearing my echo.
Is this better?
Hello, hello. Yeah, that's better. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So, fuck, I'm fucking hearing it again, dog.
Here, I'll just turn there. What about now?
Hello, hello. Okay, yeah. Jesus, my bad. So I got this email from YouTube. Start the new YouTube creator and artist survey now. And I was going to start it, and then I figured we should do it on the podcast together. So I'll read the questions and the options to you. Feel free to not want to answer it truthfully and just put the funniest answer.
Okay.
Okay, this first question, this is the only question I looked at, and then I backed out because I was like, I want to do the rest with the boys. I don't know how long the survey is. It could be 2 questions for all I know.
Okay. It could be 30.
This is the first question. Oh, shit. We would like a response to this survey from the main creator, artist / talent who leads your channel. We'll call this individual the channel's main lead. How many main leads, as defined above, does your channel have? Technically, it's just 1 because I do all the editing and stuff. But since there's 3 of us, I'm going to put 2 to 3.
2.5, man.
Okay. This survey currently supports providing information. Oh, shit. Okay, it says you only if you have 1 main lead, so I'm just going to pick 1 main lead.
Okay.
Which of the following do you, the main lead, identify as? Asian, Black or African American, Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, Middle Eastern or North African, Native American or Alaskan Native, Pacific Islander, white, or prefer to self-describe? Please specify.
Self-described.
Okay.
Obviously.
What are we?
Self-described. We're a mix of Alaskan. What is it? What was it? Alaskan Islander and
Native?
Latinx.
Oh, Alaskan Native
Alaskan Native
Pacific
and Latinx.
Pacific Islander and Latin X.
It's not even
Okay.
possible. It's not even possible.
Don't question it. Don't question it. Yes, because like your parents could be one parent could be an Alaskan Native and the other could be half Latin, half Pacific Islander, and so then you could be three things. Okay, so do you, the main lead, identify as a member of the LGBTQ plus, including but not limited to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender? Okay, yes. The answer, the question, or the choices are yes, no, not sure, don't know, prefer not to answer. So I put yes.
Yeah, but yes.
Okay. Which of the following do you, the main lead, identify as? Select all that apply. Female, male, non-binary, prefer to self-describe. We're self-describing. What are we?
Self-described pedophile. Hang on, my
No,
bad.
it's a gender. It's a gender.
No, I got it. Oh, this is gender. This is not. I want to say, what could we be? Hang on, I gotta look up a funky ass gender.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Maybe YouTube will like give us a break on all of our like they'll never demonetize us if we tell them that we're some random gender. It's just they'll be like, oh, these poor bastards.
Okay, list of uncommon, non-binary identities. Okay.
Hit me with one.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Pick one.
What the fuck? This list is so long.
Just pick any one.
Vergender. I'm hoping that means.
How do you
virgin.
spell that?
V-E-R-G
Ender?
V-I-R gender.
Oh, V-I-R. Okay. Vergender.
A gender identity that is practically and particularly genderless. This usually happens when it's too stressful or difficult to have a gender identity that feels weakened by stress to the point where one is nearly genderless.
Okay. Do you, the main lead, identify as transgender? I'm going to say not sure or don't know. Which of the following best describes this channel? Select all that apply. This channel is led by one or many individual creators. This channel is led by an organization. This channel represents a musical artist or band. This channel is part of a portfolio of a traditional media company, broadcaster, publisher, music label, or brand, or other. Please specify.
Other.
Okay. Do you just want to put podcast?
Our main platform is on Pornhub.
Porn star podcasters.
I like the sound of that now.
Non-binary porn star podcasters. Do you want to be invited to specialized programs and celebrations based on your answer? If you select yes, we may contact you with opportunities to have your channel or content featured and or to participate in... Yeah, I'm saying yes. It's just...
Yeah, after lying the whole thing, they're like, "How about you guys pull up?"
And we're gonna post this video of us lying to YouTube.
And then we gotta remember what we said. Like, what gender did we say we were?
Okay, it says thanks for helping make YouTube more inclusive. Your response has been recorded, and an email with your response will be sent to the email address associated with your YouTube account within 48 hours. Okay, good work.
Okay, sounds good. Let's hope we get our platform, out there in the world. We'll be part of the pedophile community. I mean, the LGBTQ community.
Okay, so I have 3 stories. I'm gonna read you the title of each. We can do all 3 if you want, but to start, you're just gonna pick which one you want to hear the most. So the three titles are "Pop Goes the Weasel," "Tail End," and "More for Your Money."
Pop Goes the Weasel sounds most interesting.
Okay, let me open it up. So this is from an article called "The 6 Craziest Sex Injuries ER Doctors Have Ever Seen."
Whoa. Yo, this is like an episode of
Sex Sent Me to the ER, yes.
Yeah, bro. That shit's wild.
Oh, okay, I remember this one now. Okay, so one day a city work employee came through the doors of my ER, because this is a quote from an ER doctor. To be more precise, he was a street sweeper and was having a nooner with a prostitute when he fractured his penis. When I met him in the emergency room, he was with his wife, and he said he ran into a utility pole. Sorry, I had to sneeze. He said he ran into a utility pole. That's the story he told her. I obviously knew he was lying because you can only fracture your penis a few different ways. So I asked his wife to leave and had him admit what really happened in the privacy of his room. His wife was none the wiser, and he eventually recovered. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine in the middle of your shift?
Get away with that. Imagine your wife being that fucking
For
that
real,
stupid.
bro. For real.
Oh my god.
You're like, babe, I had a boner at work and I ran into a utility pole and it all went south after that.
Yeah, I'm like 40 years old, still getting boners randomly. Yeah. That makes
and running into
sense.
poles while having a boner.
How is that believable at all? What in that guy's mind said, this is a believable story, let me tell my wife it? God
Hey, it
damn.
works, man. Don't hate it.
I don't understand how. I don't think anything is more believable than that. I would probably have said I was jerking off. I would have been embarrassed. I'd been like, I'm jerking off at work, and I slipped and I fucking fell face forward into the toilet. That's a little bit more believable in my opinion. Because then it explains why you were hard and how you broke your penis. Right? I was jerking off at work, and I fell into the toilet. Right? Tell me that's worse. Tell me that's worse reason.
That's definitely a worse reason. If you're assuming your wife will believe the pole story, I would definitely go with the pole story.
Okay, but
this is what you do. You tell the pole story, and when she's like, you know what, you're fucking full of shit. You're like, okay, this is really embarrassing, and this is the real story. This is why I didn't tell you, and you tell her you were jerking off at work. That's like your backup, because then you have a good reason why you would lie about that, because obviously even your wife you wouldn't want to tell you were jerking off at work, because it's still a little scandalous. But at the same time, if she can buy the poll story, I mean...
I just can't imagine any other person would believe that. Like, you gotta be... You can't graduate high school and believe that story. There's two things
apparently you can.
God damn. I'm still going with the work story. As embarrassing as it is, I'm going with the work story. I mean, unless you have another story, another reason why you were hard and then you broke your dick.
You could say, see, the only problem is, okay, you know what you could do? You could nurse it until you got home. Wait till you got home, and then the next morning, roll off the bed and land on the ground, and then just start screaming and be like, I had a fucking boner, and I rolled off the bed onto the ground and crushed it. Because that would be an okay story.
Yeah, that's not a bad story. Unless your wife wants to have sex that night.
It doesn't sound like his wife's having sex with him. He's having prostitutes in the middle of his fucking lunch shift. He's a fucking street sweeper, dog. I don't think his wife's fucking him that much.
What's the next sex story?
They're not all sex stories. Do you want to go to the next story, or do you want me to save these? I got tail end and more for your money left. Do you want to do one of those?
Tail end, yeah.
Okay. I can't remember what this one is. It might be a murder story, or a death story, I should say. If it loads. Okay, yeah. This is from Mirror News. It's called. This is an article called "Freaky Deaths: 19 Bizarre Ways That People Have Kicked the Bucket."
Okay, interesting.
I gotta find this one. Tail end. Oh, okay, this one's funny. When a dog fell out of the 13th floor window in Buenos Aires in 1983, it landed on a passing government worker and killed her. So that's the first person dead. Onlookers gawing at the 75-year-old victim were hit by a bus, and a second woman was killed. Then a male witness to both tragedies suffered a fatal heart attack. So a dog fell out.
All in the same time.
I'll lay it out for you. A dog fell out of a 13th floor window, landed on a person, and killed them. Then some other person was like, "That's crazy," and bugging out, and got hit by a bus. And then, some guy who witnessed both of that must have had fucking his brain blow up, and it sent a message to his heart that he wants to have a heart attack and die.
Time out. You just described the plot of a Final Destination.
That's what I was thinking, right? Isn't that fucking insane? That is literally a fucking Final Destination
story. All of those people knew each other, and they got off the ride, dude. They got it. They should have been. They should have died on the ride. They fucking.
It was 1983, so maybe someone knew maybe someone had an insider on that, and they wrote the movie later.
Oh my god, that's Final Destination right there. Like,
very much.
holy shit.
All right, do you want the last story? You want the last story?
Commits suicide. Isn't there 19 other people? Fucking 19.
Oh, well,
other people.
We can look through a couple other of these if you want to, but I have a separate story. Okay, here I'll start reading one. Some of these are boring. They're all pretty short, so just tell me if you like a title. Snake alive, he's dead. Fatal snore cure. All right, this one's actually pretty good. I just didn't want to put it because it was really obvious what it was. Because it says fatal. All right, chronic snorer Mark Gleason tried to cure his problem by shoving 2 tampons up his nostrils before going to bed. But laborer Mark, 26 from Hampshire, suffocated as he slept in 96. So he put 2 tampons in his nose to stop himself from snoring, and he just never woke up.
Does he understand how snoring generally works?
Yeah, it's usually your posture.
You could have just fucking put a pillow under your head.
Yeah, a pillow under your head. You would have been fine.
God damn. Also, if I was going to stick shit up my nose, I'm not shoving tampons.
Dude, because tampons expand. After they go in, they expand, too.
Like fucking earplugs, maybe. Maybe that would work. Like in the nostrils. Why tampons?
Put a pillow under your head, dog. Just put a pillow.
Like, I don't understand.
See, this is why I don't believe the whole we've gotten stupider ever since the internet. I just think more people are it's easier to share these stories because a lot of these stories are from the 90s, but you just probably haven't heard about them because there was no way to really spread this news except local news and shit. Like that.
This should have been spread, bro. This guy deserves to be slandered.
For real. Yep, Mark Gleason.
Of course, Mark. Dude named Mark. It's only fitting. It's only fitting.
All right, I'm going to keep reading titles. You tell me when you get one. Insecticide. Call the Undertaker.
Call the Undertaker. Whoa,
okay.
whoa.
First, here's a picture of the killer. Unfortunate Denver St. Clair, 58. Wait, that was his fucking name? That's a wild name. Was found dead in Oklahoma, USA, with the waistband of his underpants wrapped around his neck. Cop discovered he died in a boozy row when his soldier stepson, Brad Davis, 33, yanked the elastic of his underpants over his head. Davis has pleaded guilty to manslaughter and will be sentenced in July. I'm still kind of confused by this story. So the waistband.
I'm confused.
So
my guy wedgied him so hard.
No. He had it says the first sentence says he has the waistband of his underpants wrapped around his neck, and then his stepson. Yeah, his stepson. No, he pulls it, but it's already around his neck. He didn't give him a wedgie. It's around his neck, and they're both hammered, and he pulls on it, and it chokes him to death. I just don't. I wish I had a little more information.
Goddamn!
I just want to know how they got there. All right. Skydiver.
What's that third story you have?
Oh, okay. You want to go for that?
What's that third story? Yeah, that third story.
This is it's not really a crazy story. It's just it's from an article called. Oh, nice. Is Peace Tea good? My girlfriend was talking about it.
I fucking love Peace Tea. I'm addicted, bro. College got me addicted.
This is from an article by 80s kids called "The Internet's Best Stories of People Being Unbelievably Stupid." A lot of these are pretty cringy, but this one I thought was pretty funny. It's called "More for Your Money." In the 80s, A&W, you know A&W soda? They're like a fast food chain too. We don't really have any near us. Yeah, okay.
I saw one in there's one in Binghamton.
A&W attempted to compete with McDonald's Quarter Pounder Burger by selling a third pounder for the same price. The operation failed tremendously, with virtually no one buying the burger. When they surveyed customers for an explanation, the majority of customers responded that, quote, they didn't want to pay for the same price for less meat, end quote. Their customers genuinely believed that 1/3 was less than 1/4 and refused to try the new A&W burger because of it. It looks like a pretty slap burger, too.
That looks like it slaps.
So, I don't know. Honestly, I just thought it was funny.
I feel like any burger with A&W slaps.
I love their soda. I've never once had any of their food, though.
I can't imagine it's too bad.
Yeah, me neither. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny that literally they tried to to beat out.
Nobody passed a basic math class.
Yeah, nobody passed third grade. Yeah, and they said they surveyed their customers, so it's not like all people in the area. It's specifically their customers, which means their customers are the fucking morons.
So this would lead me to believe that they're putting shit in A&W to make them stupid.
Yeah,
Like
oh
turn the
yeah.
frogs gay. It's like turn the frogs gay.
Well, those are my 3 stories. Do you want to go over more of these deaths, or
I
do you
can't
want
remember there was more sex scenes, right? The more sex
to?
ER shit.
Let me see.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's on women's health. Okay, yeah, I got 6 of them. So tell me.
Just read the next one. Read the next one. I don't care what it is.
Okay, I'll just start at the top because that's like one of the bottom ones. Hot sauce from hell. Quote, one time I treated a woman whose partner had performed cunnilingus on her, which is like eating her out, on her immediately after eating some spicy food. The hot sauce her partner consumed prior to the sex act left mild burns on her genital region.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, bro, I did something like that, bro. You know what I did? I was eating
jerked off.
I was eating some Takis, right? Yep, I was eating some. I was like, these shit smack. And I was eating Takis, and I was like, I'm a little weird now. So I proceeded to jerk off.
Did you wash your hands at least, or did you just wipe it off on your pants?
I just wiped them off. I
No.
just went like this.
Really?
I didn't think much of it.
Dude, I feel like even if you washed your hands, it wouldn't be good enough. So the fact you didn't even go that far.
No,
Jesus.
I fucking just, and then it didn't hurt until like a good 5 minutes in, and then it hurt so much I got butt ass naked. I took everything off and I sat in my bed with a fan right on my dick. I was like, this makes it feel better, and then it hurt. It wasn't getting better, so then I took a cold shit. I got in the bath and sat in the cold bath. I'm like, oh my god, what is fucking going on? I shouldn't have done that.
Okay, I see. Do you want me to keep reading these, or I see a related article that like they linked called "I tried to have sex twice a day for a week. Here's what happened."
That just sounds like my life, like jerking off wise. That sounds boring.
But it was written by a woman.
No, that sounds still boring.
Okay, all right. Next one. This one's called "What in the Butt." Quote. While I was a general surgeon resident, I encountered some unique objects lodged in the rectum, in medical speak, rectal foreign bodies. In one case, we had to surgically remove a pink softball, no way, from someone's rectum, and in another case, a significantly sized potato. A softball is like that big, bro.
A fucking potato. What the? Time out. The go-tos. Like, okay, you want to shove shit up your butt. They're the classic
a
go-tos.
Carrot.
A carrot. A cucumber,
like a big carrot.
maybe.
A cucumber, maybe, yeah.
A cucumber? I don't fucking know. A toothbrush?
Have you ever seen the 1,000 Ways to Die where she puts a carrot up her vagina and it, like, cuts a piece of her vagina and she bleeds internally till she dies?
I never saw that. That's horrible.
That's why you always put condoms on your carrots, ladies.
Damn.
Oh, this one's pretty famous.
Why would you shove up a
They
potato?
did an episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER for this one. You might have heard of it before. The Pop Rock Fiasco.
You're trying to get shit stuck. Like, that's just asking for it to never come out if you're shoving a round object.
Especially something like... Oh, dude. I just don't even want to think about trying to put a softball in your ass. Like, it's fucking demented.
That shit sounds painful coming out. Imagine you gotta shove that, you gotta fucking poop that thing out. That's like you get fully. There's some shits out there that I take where I'm grabbing onto shit and I'm like getting naked. I can't even imagine having to poop out a softball. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so this one, like I said, Pop Rock Fiasco. They made an episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER for this one. It's pretty famous, so you might have heard it before, but I'll read it anyway. A woman bolted into the hospital, experienced extreme discomfort in her groin area. She was shifting from leg to leg, almost like she was a 3-year-old that has to go to the bathroom really badly. After I approached her, her husband clambered in, and we did some tests to determine the source of pain. After the results came back clean, the couple told us what happened. They were spending their first evening alone without their newborn, and the wife introduced candy rocks to celebrate the experience. But when the husband performed oral on his wife, the sweets exploded, immediately causing irritation, swelling, and burning. So we irrigated the area, prescribed an antihistamine, and the woman made a full recovery. When I always hear that story, I think of if she did vice versa, and you got one of those rocks stuck in your little fucking pee hole, your urethra.
Oh, no, don't
and
say that.
they were popping in there. That would be miserable, dude.
God. From what I feel like I thought this was like knowledge. Like, don't I really wouldn't fuck around with food and like immediately after go eat
Oh
somebody
wait,
or
wait.
fucking
There's
dick
another
suck.
one here that I. Oh, I don't know if it's on this one.
At least brush your teeth.
I heard one recently where this guy wanted to spice up the like their bedroom time, so he bought this giant gummy bear, those big ones, and he melted
Yeah.
it down in the microwave, like he nuked it in the microwave, and then he poured it on his girlfriend's chest, like kind of like how you would with candle wax, and she said it was burning really bad, so he goes to lick it, and then he like burns his tongue. Apparently, the like gummy was so hot it burned her skin like off. And the problem is with sugar is something about how it doesn't like it retains heat, and so it's really hard to disconnect it from the skin. Like you can't just cool it off and pull it off the skin because it stays hot, the sugar.
Yeah.
So like this lady literally lost like layers and layers of skin, I'm pretty sure, from it. But I
Why
just
are
want to
people
know
stupid?
who the fuck would like be like, this is really hot, get this off me, and he's like, oh, let me lick that off. Like, what the fuck kind of idea is that?
Why would you melt a gummy bear for that purpose? What? I can't. Where'd the common sense? Like all these stories lead me to believe that nobody has common sense. Like, I know. I was talking to the guy who did jerk off after he ate Takis. No common sense in that, right? But like, like, I feel like there's two people involved. One of you's got to be like, maybe this isn't the smartest idea. Like you did just eat spicy foods. Like that kind of feels a little hot after like, the first little.
That's what I'm
drip you
saying.
pour
After
down.
like the first 2 seconds, wouldn't you be like, hey, like I don't think this is gonna work out. Like, why do you keep going with it?
God,
Okay,
it's
this
two
next
people.
one.
The combined knowledge of two people can't figure this shit out.
Yeah, and they're allowed to have children. The next one is called Brace Face. A college freshman came in with penile swelling that was really impressive. It was a very, very swollen, angry-looking penis. He had multiple little abrasions on the skin of the penis shaft. After lots of questioning, he had admitted that he had been receiving oral sex from another freshman with braces. The braces had cut open his penis, and whatever food, germs, and bacteria were trapped in the braces were feeding into his wounds. After a course of antibiotics, he was all better. So basically, this chick ripped open his fucking cock, and then all the shit that was stuck in her braces fell into the cuts in his cock.
I'm
and
just
like,
confused. I'm just wildly confused by this whole. Maybe I don't understand how sucking dick works. Maybe I'm just like in the dark about this. But your braces go on the outside of your teeth, right? Right? Think about that. They go on the outside.
you've never
So,
had
unless,
a
like,
toothy blowjob?
That's the bottom of the teeth.
I
And
know,
the top, not the
gotta,
outside.
You gotta think. It's like, I'm sure there's an angle. Maybe if you did like a little sideways action. I don't know. Obviously, there was an angle. She pulled it off.
Fucking what? And if you know you have braces, also, was he just too shy or like too much of a pussy to say that hurts my cock? That hurts my cock.
Probably. He was a college freshman. He's
My
probably
God.
like his
I feel
first
like-
time getting head.
I feel like if it hurt, I'd be like, oh, please stop. Like,
Maybe.
like get a little.
I mean, if it was his first time, maybe he was
Get a
like,
little-
oh, this is
get a
how it's
little-
supposed to feel.
I want to look up some more sex stories. Hang on.
I got one more if you want, and this is a very good one. It's
Yeah.
called One Ring to Destroy Them All. There was a ring stuck on this 60-something-year-old's penis, a wedding ring. He had erectile dysfunction and was having difficulty maintaining an erection, so he did some poking around online and read about putting a ring on his penis to help. So, he put his wedding ring on his cock instead of a proper cock ring. None of the blood was able to go back into his body. It all got trapped, and his penis was swollen and borderline necrotic. That's like when you got to cut it off, I think.
Yeah.
The ER doctors first attempted using a standard ring cutter to get it off, but they were unsuccessful. Turns out the ring was titanium, and there were no ring cutters for that. I called a local jewelry store. They didn't have anything. Then I tried the local fire department, and they didn't have anything either. At this point, I was getting pretty worried but was able to get my hands on a diamond clip circular saw blade to efficiently get the ring off. Cutting down on that ring, it would get so hot from friction, so the nurse would drip water onto the ring to cool down the temperature. As we were trying to remove the ring with the tool, it would glow bright orange like molten. It looked like the Lord of the Rings ring, but on a penis. That day I learned that you can't bend titanium, so we had to try all over again on the original cut we made. That guy healed up perfectly and learned he can use Viagra and Silius with much greater success. All I'm saying is rings on your finger. Even if you have a pretty big finger, it can't be that, like, the circumference is not that big. That means his cock is super fucking tiny, man.
Got no
it's
girth.
the size of a finger. It means it's the size of a
He's
finger.
got a pencil penis, bro. If his cock can fit into that, or he's got some really big fingers. I don't know.
I feel like even Shaq's is like, it's... I feel like maybe Shaq's would fit somebody. Shaq's ring.
Here, let me do Shaq. Let me do Shaq.
Circumference of his finger.
Ring size.
Okay, that might work.
I feel like he's been getting lots of championship rings, so. Shaq has some monster hands, bro. Oh my god.
I want to start a new segment on the show because I'm obsessed with baseball now, where I talk about baseball. And so while you look this up, I'm gonna spit my favorite part of baseball this week.
Size 17.
Yeah, figure out how many inches that is, or centimeters,
the
or something.
largest ring produced, size 17.
So baseball, for those of you who don't know, opening day was on Thursday, and I learned the best part of baseball is that everyone who plays it is the most average-looking motherfucker on the planet. Like, this one pitcher, I want to say on the Cardinals, but I really can't remember. He's this Asian guy who's so fucking, like, he has a little, like, he's even chubbier than a dad bod, but he pitches like a goat. And it's so fucking funny to just watch baseball and just see these, like, middle-aged men who have the most average dad bods play fucking baseball. But then they still, like, throw the ball 100 miles an hour and fucking hit the ball 450 feet. So that's my baseball, my favorite part of baseball this week. Stay tuned for the next week.
Everybody's normal.
They're literally just a bunch of dudes. It's just like a softball league, but they play baseball.
Dudes.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. That's why whenever an athlete plays baseball, they're fucking nuts at it. Because everyone else who plays is just some guy. Okay, did you find out how many inches?
Yep. 0.68 inches. That's still not a lot.
Dude, bro. That's very small. I don't even know, dude. I don't know if you should be able to fit a cock in there. Definitely can't fit Shaq's cock in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Here. I looked up on Reddit. This is a small little chain, but what is your biggest sex nightmare story?
Okay.
The first one is it's not really interesting. It says, one time I had sex with a guy who, like, screamed when he came. Don't get me wrong, sex noises are amazing, but screaming, y'all, it was terrifying. This one's better. I once came in a girl's mouth and it came out her nose.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Let me go to a different chain. Fucking subreddit. That was boring.
I got Froyo yesterday, and there were these little 13-year-old kids there. And we're in line behind them. They're getting all their toppings and shit, and they turn to go out the door. And my girlfriend taps me and goes, "Look, that kid has a fucking tail." And this little 13-year-old had a tail sticking out from the back of his shirt. It was so fucking funny, but it was like rainbow. Like, what animal is he supposed to be then?
I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell you. Oh wait, I have one for you. This is a long story.
Okay.
Okay. My boyfriend thought he would use the dildo he found under the bathroom sink on me one night. Didn't tell me what he was going to do. Has it all sneaky like. After he put it in, I realized what he'd done and pulled it out. But it was too late. My genitalias were on fire. I had to sit in the shower with my legs spread and the shower head right up on there. The reason the dildo was so spicy? I put it under the sink because I actually got fly spray on it. One day, when I was fighting ants, I put it under the sink with full intentions to throw it away on the next day, but had forgotten. Oh my god.
What the fuck? I heard this story way back in the day where this kid used a dildo on himself just to find out that, like, his dad's, like, he had two dads, like, he had gay parents, and he used this dildo he found just to find out it's the dildo that his parents use on each other.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
Never
Pretty bad.
Never go snooping around.
No. Never steal your parents' tools, please.
Not the sex tools.
Not the sex tools, at least. All right, I got a question for you, Billy. Do you think UFC / like the MMA is taking like so right now the 4 major sports are in America are considered football, baseball, soccer, NHL. Do you think the UFC and like boxing and MMA is taking the NHL slot? I feel like NHL is getting less and less talked about, and UFC more and more. Soccer is still really big in the U.S. Baseball is still really big. I was watching today, and they said on opening day they had like close to record numbers for the Yankees game, and football is still obviously very big. Do you think boxing and UFC is taking out the NHL as like a major sport, like as like the one of the top 4, not as like not like the NHL isn't going to exist?
I don't think it could. I don't
Really?
think it could because it's not a team sport. I don't think it could because it's not a team sport.
I think it could,
like,
dude.
It's fucking wildly more entertaining.
It's so
than, like,
more,
baseball.
and it's so much bigger, dude.
Like it's wildly more entertaining than baseball, in my opinion. But
no, okay, I will actually defend baseball. The reason I got into baseball. The reason I got into baseball recently is because I've learned about pitching, and it makes baseball so fucking interesting to watch. Because every pitch, like normally I would think like, oh, if nobody hits the ball, like this is really boring. That's the fun part, is when they hit the ball and run around the bases. But actually, when you learn about pitching, it like gets super interesting. The only problem is it's just really hard to watch baseball kind of casually. But when you learn about pitching and how pitching works and everything, it gets super interesting because it's like a whole chess match just with like each batter for pitching.
I guess so. I guess the outside viewer doesn't seem too interesting. I guess if you get into it.
Yeah, I remember like 10 episodes ago, I was with you guys dogpiling on Owen, but I've gotten into it recently.
You don't have to like know about fighting to enjoy fucking people beat the shit out of each other. I think that's the beauty of UFC. Fucking, I want to see two dudes pound on each other and like.
So you really think like golf couldn't take over, like golf or UFC could never take over just because they're not team sports?
Golf in particular, no way. Who the fuck?
No, but I'm just saying specifically because they're not team sports, not because
I think it's because they're not team sports. I think the team sports have something over, like, you know, when you get a team, like you root for your favorite team, and that kind of attracts people to watch your sport because, like, oh, I'm from New York, I like the Rangers.
You just pick your favorite fighter. It's the same idea.
It's just not the same because then you're not repping a whole community, and there's not a community that's like.
The good thing is usually the communities are a lot.
In terms of like
but the communities are a lot bigger usually, and seeing as America has like so many immigrants and everything, like instead of just rooting for the state you live in, you can root for Brazil or the U.S. or a Canadian fighter or an Irish fighter. You can root for like your home country and like your heritage, and I feel like that's more fun to root for than just like I grew up in New York, so I'm a Yankees fan. Like I mean Yankees are not a good example because they're a good team, but I grew up in Utah, so I'm a Jazz fan. All right. No, Phoenix. I grew up in Phoenix, so I'm a Suns fan. Like, the Suns are dog ass. Like, that's no fun.
They're fourth in the West.
I don't give a fuck if they're fucking first in the West and they're better than the East. They're not going to win anything, so who gives a fuck?
Lakers aren't winning shit either, bro.
I don't think the Lakers are winning either, but I definitely know that the Phoenix Suns aren't.
I don't know, man.
I think you're missing my point, though.
Okay, I'm missing your point. I'm a little pissed you're slandering the Suns, but
all I'm saying is you can still root for them just like you root for a team, but instead of I live in this state, which also, by the way, there's only like 30 teams in most sports, so it doesn't even cover every state, and most sports have like two teams in the same state.
There's also more of an opportunity for people to like different players on that team. Like you may not like you may not like you only have one person you can like. You gotta like that dude.
You might not like Conor McGregor or whatever.
Yeah, you might not like him.
And there might not be another Irish fighter. Yeah.
That's as good as him.
I
think I don't like LeBron James, but I like Kyle Kuzma, so I'm gonna root for the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I think the two biggest things are, like you said, the thing about home team is like the Lakers. Well, there will always be a Lakers to root for because even though the players change, it's always the Lakers. Like there will like eventually Conor McGregor is gonna retire, and you like the Irishman. There might be another Irish guy, but there's likely that there could be no Irish fighters that are worth rooting for. So I think that's the big advantage, and the second advantage is pay-per-view. All of fighting sports are basically pay-per-view, like 99% of them. So you have to pay like $50 to watch one fight, which if you think about it, it's usually worth it because they're good fights. But I just think it's not like you don't have national games like you do for other sports where you can just turn on ABC or NBC and a fucking sports game is playing, or ESPN even, and a sports game is playing. They're mostly pay-per-view.
Yeah, I also like.
I think that's the biggest problem.
You think about like you know, the difference between like UFC though is that people will sit down and turn that game on and be excited about it. Like you look at like another single person game like golf. You're not drinking with the boys and watching golf.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like a
it's a very
night.
niche. Yeah.
It's a very niche type of thing. At least with UFC, even though it's not a team sport, it's not as exciting. Not exciting. It's not as.
It's harder. It's like harder to root for like a home team. You got to pick a guy. Yeah. No, I definitely think that like not that it's a team, but that they're franchises. That's the word. That's what I'm thinking. That's what that's the word I was thinking. Franchises are super important because it's super easy to root for a franchise. Because like I said, the players will change, but there will always be that franchise. It's not necessarily that it's a team. Like if all of basketball was 1v1s and then there was still a Laker franchise, it would be easier to root for than to say like, oh, LeBron's my favorite 1v1er, and then when he retires, you got to pick a new guy. Like it'd be more complicated that way. I think those are the two big hurdles.
1v1 players.
Yeah, that would be fucking crazy to have a 1v1 league. Actually, I think a threes league would be way more fun than a ones league.
Yeah. What other single player sports are popular?
I guess like track and stuff is decently popular. Like running,
swimming, I guess.
Swimming usually has teams though.
But like on a national level though.
I don't think there's really like even those have teams though. Most swimming has teams of some sorts. No, but track teams are a little different. Track's just kind of like the organization you came with, but only one person is running or whatever.
Track are the exact same thing. It's just in the water versus like the way they work out, the way that they.
I don't know. I feel like when you look at like there are definitely solo races, but I feel like I don't know.
I think they're the same thing. They're teams on both sides.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Rooting for
one guy.
But like what others are nationally televised other than like single person sports like UFC and golf?
Technically, UFC. Could you even call that a national televised because you pay per view?
So popular, very popular sports. I can't think of any.
Volleyball. Yo, you know, tennis. Volleyball is actually. Well, yeah, volleyball is not like a single player sport, but male volleyball is actually so fun to watch.
It really is.
Men go fucking nuts.
Men
are better at every fucking sport. I don't give a fuck what women say. I don't care if that's like sexist or whatever. It's just like a literal fact. It's so much more interesting every time to watch men's sports. You want to talk about the NCAA shit with the gyms for the men and the women?
I did not know anything about that. I saw something about it, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, so one of the chicks on the college teams for March Madness, she fucking took a video of their weight room, which was like it was like 10 dumbbells compared to the men's weight room, which was obviously like a big ass like auditorium with a bunch of benches and this and that. And she was like, oh, like how is this fair? And I just think it's like it's so obvious. Like you play at a loss for them. They have to give you scholarships and all this shit. You play at a loss for the NCAA. Like the NCAA makes like $0 and probably even negative because the WNBA makes negative money each year. So I doubt that the NCAA is making money or at least not much. But on the other hand, March Madness is one of the biggest sporting events of the entire year. It's almost as big as the fucking Super Bowl. And so they make a shit ton. Like, remember when Zion was in there? They were making more money than the NBA per ticket. So I don't even see how it's an argument. Like they're like, we gotta have equal facilities. Like you don't make money to buy equal facilities.
But the NCAA is supposed to be non-profit. I understand that they're not making money.
It's not about profits though.
So technically they should be there should be like equal. They should give them that because it's not. It shouldn't be about the money. And
No,
if it's about the money, then that's illegal because NCAA is
no,
nonprofit.
but I'm not saying it's
So
about the money. I'm saying how
then
do
you
you?
just said it was about the
No,
money.
no. I'm saying how do you? It's not about the revenue. It's about how do you pay. So all of the boys' sports, shouldn't all of the boys' sports money go back into boys' sports, and all of the girls' sports money goes back into girls' sports? Instead of saying girls and boys of NCAA, all,
How the NCAA
I don't know if
breaks
that's how it works.
sports.
That's just what I'm
If
saying.
That's how it works, then that's fair. But if it's all one if the money's coming from one place,
It's
there's
not
no
coming
reason why
from
it
one
shouldn't
place.
be-
They're two separate tournaments. They don't. It's not a. It's not a.
But the NCAA
What's
is
it
the
called?
NCAA. It's like they all
I
they
know,
own
but
they own X amount of money. They don't
no,
split it up between
that'd
all
be like
NCAA
saying
girls,
that'd be
NCAA
like
boys.
saying the NBA is the NBA for both WNBA and the NBA. They're two separate
No, but
organizations.
the
Both.
WNBA is a completely separate organization.
No,
to the
it's
NBA.
owned by the NBA. That's why it's called the WNBA because it's owned by the
You're still
NBA.
playing-
You're playing for the NBA. It's just the women's side, but it's technically it's like Sprite to Coca-Cola. Sprite's its own thing, but Coke owns it. But does that mean that Sprite's money should be used on? Don't they own Mountain Dew also, or is that Pepsi? Either way, you get what I'm saying. Like a different soda. No, Sprite's money should be used on Sprite and for profits. And I mean, obviously NCAA doesn't do profits, but and fucking Coke's money should be used for Coke specifically. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think the boys' sports, their money should go back into the boys' sports, and the girls' sports, their negative money can go back into the girls' sports. So when they get shitty gyms and shit, it's probably because they make no fucking money to buy new gyms.
I just don't understand why I couldn't have them all work out in the same area. Just fucking-
That too, yeah, I don't get
that
either.
makes zero sense to me.
It
Like,
might
you
be
built
because they have to
fucking
work
gym.
out at the same time, and there's just not enough space, honestly.
They're not doing any working out in that gym though.
And also,
In the
I
fucking
think
girl.
I think there might be laws about like co-ed shit. You know,
There shouldn't be.
I'm not sure. I'm just
I feel like
assuming.
it's all about inclusiveness, and that's what fucking Title IX is equal. Not Title IX. What am I trying to? Is it Title IX that's like
I think
boys
so.
like if? I think it's Title
Title
IX
IX.
that like everybody should have equal opportunity to play sports, and you know.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's not like they didn't give them a workout room and said they couldn't work out. Like for example, if they got that weight room and they didn't know what the boys' weight room looked like, would they complain? They would probably just assume.
They'd
probably just assume that's all they got.
Complaining there, because you're working out for a big ass tournament. Like you can't work out with a
I
couple
don't know.
dumbbells compared to like the facilities they have back at college. You go from this to a downgrade of a couple mats, and I think there'd still be complaining, regardless.
Yeah, but then I don't think they would have any legs to stand on if they didn't have the men to compare them to. That's the thing.
Well, they wouldn't have as much legs to stand on, but when you look at like the tournament, the tournament hosts you. Why would I work out
just
the
saying-
tournament when I could just
Because you get opportunities.
I could go to my local IXL, not IXL, fuck.
But
my local Planet
okay,
Fitness
I'm saying
and get a better
I'm saying
opportunity to work out there.
if they couldn't see the men's facilities and they complained, and then NCAA was like, well, you guys we lose money playing your let's just assume they make 10% or whatever, 10% back. We only make 10% back. This is all we could afford for your facilities. What would they do then? Would the women be like, oh well, that's unacceptable. You have to take out loans for us? No. So why, just because they can see the men's, do now they be like, oh well they don't have the money for us, but because the men make money, we deserve some of the men's money.
So they're in Texas, so they're in Indianapolis, and then the girls are in Texas.
I don't know.
Weird.
I just don't see why the women are entitled to the money that the men make. Not to mention, I don't understand
They're
how
not making any money. Nobody's making money. Technically nobody's allowed to make money. They'd fucking sue your ass if they caught you making money there.
That's not what nonprofit means, Billy. That money is still made. That's not what nonprofit means. Not for example, people who work at the NCAA most likely still get ridiculously high salaries because salaries are not included in non-for-profit. You know what a credit union is? I used to work at a credit union. I still made a salary. A credit union is a non-for-profit bank, essentially. But they still give out salaries. In fact, they usually give higher salaries than most other places because otherwise they have to put the money back into the business. Otherwise, they're, like you said, they're not non-for-profit and it'd be illegal. So yeah, non-for-profit doesn't mean they make no profit in reality. It just means you have to use it specific ways. That's why when someone says they're non-for-profit, it means nothing to me in particular, because I've worked for a non-for-profit before.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Pay your athletes.
If they were non-for-profit, why do they charge you fucking extreme prices for tickets just because Zion was good? If they were a non-for-profit, their tickets would be however much it costs to break even. It wouldn't cost more than a fucking NBA Finals just because Zion's super good. But they are, but non-for-profit doesn't mean there's no profit being made. There is a profit being made.
They need to pay their athletes.
That too. I think we've talked about it before. We definitely think college athletes deserve to be paid. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, though. I'm pretty sure we did. I think we discussed it with Owen, I believe.
Maybe.
We might have discussed it with Larry, too, because, sports is kind of this whole thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
So. But...
let the mans have money. Well, we should probably do a fuck, marry, kill before we go.
Yeah, we haven't done one in a while, honestly. Yeah. Wait. I got one last topic I want to hit. Oh, jeez, I still have a couple good ones, but all right, I'll just hit this one. What's the male equivalent of a gynecologist? Because when you need your dick checked out, you kind of just go to your normal doctor. Like, why do chicks have gynecologists? And then dudes, if you need your dick checked out, they just tell you, just go to your fucking doctor. He'll fill you up.
It's a little bit more complicated, I think.
Why? How so?
It's a little bit more complicated.
Because of the pH balance and all that?
You can't open up your vagina and see inside. You have a penis, everything's exposed on the outside. You gotta have somebody look inside, and there are also many problems that can happen with pregnancy or periods.
Okay.
Not that I know about this, but they're we don't go through pregnancy. All our dick does is piss and cum. It's about the only thing our dick does. So any problems could probably be solved within a regular doctor.
Okay.
When you get to pregnancy, there's probably other problems because in pregnancy you're affecting the rest of your body. So something that your vagina could probably affect your weight or what's going on. A period could affect your mood or whatever. I don't know. But I think that there are other problems that can cause, and you can't very well look at. You can't just fucking spread the fucking see and look inside. Oh, let me.
All right. That's a good point.
You just kind of look with a guy. You just kind of look down and see. Oh, my pee is fucking green or some shit. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. No, you're right. All right, you got a fuck, marry, kill lined up for me?
Let me. I was trying to think of one. I might just go. What was I watching recently? Goddamn.
Patreon.com/thesaladtoss. Just go get some extra bonus episodes for you. Subscribe to the YouTube so you can watch us live. We're live right now. You could have seen this early. Also, if you sign up for the Patreon, you get episodes early. So just keep that in mind. Patreon is $1, man. $5 for getting episodes early. $1 for just the bonus episodes and everything. So definitely head over to Patreon.
I'll just go with a classic. I'll just go with not classic. I'll go with a one. I'm going with AOC. Okay.
Okay.
Kamala Harris. Right, and I'm just gonna go with Joe Biden because I can't think of a third person.
Okay. I'll bang AOC. Kill Kamala, and then I'll marry Joe for his money because he's probably gonna croak in a few days.
I think I'm gonna have to kill Kamala. Fucking do not like her. I think I'll fuck Joe and marry AOC. AOC's kind of bad. She's kind of bad. She's kind of bad. Come on.
Dude, that picture of her with her tits all the way out through that one shirt. Dude, that shit's so funny.
She's kind of bad, bro. I'm definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna wife her up, man. She's more than just a fuck. She's more than just a fuck.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah. She's fucking bad.
Go give me Patreon money so I can fix my computer screen, please.
Yeah, help him fix his computer and
we'll send some to Jock. If you
guys hope he gets better.
If you guys send any emails in, yeah, please email me. The email is still jockinthenipple@aol.com. I never changed it. I don't plan on it. Please email us suggestions, questions, or messages to Jock because we just hope he gets better. Not sure how it's going over there. Yeah, we miss Jock. You know what I'm thinking, Billy? I bet your fucking roommates who wanted to bum your weed off you, or your roommates, your neighbors who wanted to bum that weed off you, fucking gave them COVID, dude. It's very possible.
No, I don't think so.
Fuck them bitches.
It could have been. I wasn't here, so. Them bum ass bitches. Okay.
Exactly. Have a good April. I
See
hope
y'all.
April
Crack
Fool's
a
was a
Craig.
great day for you all.
I hope you had a good April Fool's Day. Hope you pulled some pranks. I hope you told your ex-significant lover that you miss them.
Or you're pregnant.
Or you're pregnant. Oh, yeah. For girls, you're pregnant. But I think
For
the I
girls,
miss you
yeah, no
text-
shit.
I think the I miss you text is a lot funnier than anything else.
I have a feeling if you just send "I miss you" text, not a lot, but a decent portion of exes would just ignore it and then like show their friends and be like, haha, look at this loser. Like they wouldn't realize it's an April Fool's joke. That's why I think "I'm pregnant" is a lot funnier.
That is true.
All right.
Recent breakups.
Recent
You say that.
breakups.
Big balls.
Big
Big balls.
All right. Adios, boys, ladies, and
Peace
gents.
out.